Hey everybody, welcome back to day 26 of my non-alcoholic beer and gin review series. This is my New Year's resolution to not have anything to drink for the month of January, and instead I am reviewing a new non-alcoholic beer or gin each day. So today we have the Collective Arts Hazy Pale Ale. A very cool looking can. They talk about combining art and craft beer making. So these guys are out of Hamilton, Ontario. The art is from Glide and Glow, Toronto, which is cool. Calories is 90 per 355 ml can. That's one of the higher ones I think we've had. Ingredients, we have listed water, malted barley, hops, malted wheat, oats, yeast. I couldn't find anything on the can about hops or malts or anything like that, or IBUs. On their website, it says brewed with a special yeast that results in a very low alcohol brew, but I'm sure they must have to de-alcoholize it as well. It's only 0.4%, and it did say they use Citra and Mosaic hops. So, and this is called the Hazy Pale Ale. So I'm going to assume this is going to be like a lot of the pale ales that I don't consider to be pale ales, but it's obviously like the Northeast style pale ale, otherwise what I would call a hazy IPA. So let's give this one a shot. So yeah, fairly large bubble head. Didn't pour much of a head to start with, and it is dissipating very quickly. Okay, so color-wise, very pale, not overly hazy for what they're calling a hazy pale ale. It's actually pretty clear and see-through. If that helps, if you can see it on the light. I think it's got a little bit of haze to it, for sure, but it's not like a lot of the really cloudy, hazy pale ales. So let's try the nose here. Oops. Yeah, that typical hazy pale ale, hazy IPA smell. It's got that little bit of a kind of typical non-alcoholic beer smell, but yeah, there's something a little odd there. I mean, so right up front you got your pineapple, and I wouldn't say there's really any citrus in this one. Oh, no, actually there's a little bit of orange peel, orange pith. Yeah, it took me a bit to get it. Maybe even grapefruit sort of peel. Yeah, that's what I would call that, grapefruit. It's interesting. I'll try the can out here. Oh, in the can I get that grapefruit big time, that sort of a bitter grapefruit. A little bit of hops as well. Not bad. Okay, let's go in for the taste. Cheers. So very fruit forward, pineapple, peach. It has a sweeter, thicker sort of mouthfeel to it. That's probably why the calories are a little bit higher. Yeah, really just getting a lot of pineapple. Not a ton of hops, balancing out the sweetness though. A little bit of that hop bitterness sort of on the mid palate, but on the finish, I really just get a lot of sweetness. Peachy, pineapple. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel. Like I think they've tried to give it a better mouthfeel. Like that's often the problem with non-alcoholic beers, as I've said many, many times. Very thin, don't feel like much in your mouth. This has a little bit of that, but it tastes really sweet. Not sweet like a pop or something, but sweet for a beer, right? Yeah, I would like a little more hops on the finish or something, a little more bitterness to counteract that sweetness. Because I get a little hit of hops in the mid palate, but nothing on the finish. And so what I'm left with finish is just this sweetness, which is, I mean, for me, it's not what I'm looking for in a beer. If you're really into fruit forward beers, then this is probably your thing. It's quite nice. It's a very pleasant drink. Doesn't overly remind me of beer. Like I've had another one like that we did in our taste testing too that was just so sweet and so fruity that it didn't really feel like much of a beer. But it is good. I think I'm going to give that an 8.3. So a reasonable score. Yeah, just and some people who would like that style more would probably think this is really good. So if you like the really fruit forward, sweet sort of hazy beers, then this is probably for you. So decent effort from Collective Arts, their hazy pale ale. Definitely would drink that if somebody gave it to me. I don't think I'd go seeking it out to buy it again though. Yeah, so that's it for today, and come back and join us tomorrow for day 27. We're getting close to the end of the month, but I think we've got quite a few beers to go through, quite a few. We haven't even hardly touched the gins yet, so probably go a little longer than a month. But anyways, see you tomorrow.